I'm Brad from Woodbury Lodge and Tenor Camp in Amakhala.
It's been to Dwayne. I'm the reserve manager of Amakhala Game Reserve. Thanks for kicking in. We just want to thank Roger from the Expedition Project for giving us this chance and time to chat to you guys. Just talk a little bit about Amakhala, what's going on during this time. Probably the rest of the world will be dealing with the same issues. So just thanks again. So I'll just be chatting a bit more about on the reserve side of things, where we're sitting at and what we've been up to. And then Brad, he will just, from a guide's perspective, what they've been up to during these lockdown times. So pretty much just kick in straight into it. So I've been on the reserve now for about 6 months. Came up from Zululand side of things, so it's all new to me down here in the Eastern Cape, and it's been good and a lot of good challenges. So it's been exciting. Amongst all this lockdown stuff that we've been through, it's been really exciting times. We've had a lot of newborn animals, and particularly we had a baby hippo born in the last couple of months. And it's hippos are new to Amakhala as well, so it's very exciting to have hippos introduced, and a few months later we get a newborn baby here, so that is exciting for everyone. We just had a baby rhino born on Easter weekend as well, which is brilliant. That's cheered everyone up for a good Easter weekend. And one of the most special things as well, we've had cheetah cubs born on the reserve as well, and it's quite a special one as well because it was a cheetah male from a shear that was hand reared and successfully released into the reserve wildly, and it's doing very well. And met up with a female cheetah that was donated from Hope Wild Game Reserve, and straight into it. And 3 months later, we got some cubs out of it, and they're doing extremely well. So things have been really, really busy this side. Drought is still a continuing problem here in Eastern Cape, but I'm quite surprised how tough these Eastern Cape animals have been in this drought. I've seen droughts in other places. The animals take a bit of a knock, but I must say they're quite tough in this place. So during this time, we're using our chance now just to do some surveys and graphs to see where we're at, and so that we can look after that vital grazing that we have. So our ecology team is really busy trying to get down on the ground, literally, to get things done. An exciting time still coming up. We're looking at changing our genetics in our lion population as well. We're looking to introduce some new males in the next couple of weeks or so, probably. And so that will be something useful for Amakhala. Those that are waiting and willing, when they come back to Amakhala once this lockdown is done, please, when you come back, you've got cheetah cubs to see, baby hippos, rhinos, you've got new lions to see. So it's everything kicking and buzzing here this side. So lockdown, I don't know if we're all side, but it doesn't feel like a lockdown here by us, because we've been busy, and it's been grateful. We're glad that the environment that we live here in Amakhala, that's given us this place to keep us busy and everything so happy here. So we've really, really enjoyed our time. We've used it good during this lockdown, giving us the time to catch up on things. And it's been great ever since. On our APU security side, they've been on the ground grafting really, really hard. It's always a concern during this time of lockdown to, the roads are quiet and people are sitting at home bored. We were always worried, what's it going to be? And I must say, our APU guys have really stuck in, haven't gone home. They've been here 24 hours, and they've really, really put up their hand, as well as our ecology side and the reserve side of things, where luckily when you're working with minimal hands and teams, you actually just get down and get the work done. So it's been really, really good. But we are looking forward to things to get back to normal so that projects can kick in. Bad side of things with this lockdown, it has financially made an impact for us. So we're always looking at ways to keep the reserve running, and it has been tough, and things aren't going to change anytime soon. We want to keep the APU going, and anything that comes in we use to go to them, just to keep that really important activities on the ground. So yeah, tough decisions are made and really holding back on things, but that's all part of life. So yeah, we get on with it, and yeah, it's exciting. Thank goodness we've got a good team here at Amakhala, and owners and shareholders. They all behind the reserve, so it's easy to make decisions with their help. So yeah, it makes life a lot easier from my side of things. So yeah, it's great. I'll let Brad now jump in because I'm probably just talking too much here, but let him give a bit of his story that he's been doing.
Yeah, so I've just been very fortunate that I was actually locked down here on the reserve and not in town. And what we've been doing is digital safaris to continue sharing what's going on out here with everyone. And you'll find them on the Amakhala social media pages, the Woodbury Lodge and Tenor Camp social media pages. We just try to do a couple of clips every day of what we're finding, sharing a bit of info with everyone. So what you're missing when you could have been here, you can still see a bit of while you're at home. And hopefully everyone else will still, or you'll still be able to come and see it for yourselves when lockdown is finished. But yeah, it's been keeping us busy. We've been out in the morning and the afternoon on most days. Been doing a lot of walking, trying to get things as well for everyone, some videos, and trying to give or send the safari to you guys at home, which is not always easy, but very different. Something you've never done before, but seems to be going all right.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's night time now, so we still got a bit of work to do. Things haven't been done yet. I think Brad's just been out doing some more social media stuff out there, and I think he had a good elephant sighting on the way back.
Yeah, an exciting one.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, things are still going, and animals are keeping us busy on the boundaries and stuff with giraffes and that. So yeah, and that's what I said earlier on. It's fortunate that we have this lovely place to work in, and it just keeps us occupied in a good way. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, what we'll do is, I mean, if there's any questions coming up and stuff, we'd gladly answer some of them for you. So yeah, if anyone has a couple of questions, yeah, just send them through. Don't know where you see pictures. Talk about that.
So yeah, if anyone has questions, please, you guys must ask. We have to try and answer them for you. But yeah, if you're interested in those digital safaris and you have questions or anything you want to see, you want us to show you, you must follow them, send us messages, send us emails, comment on social media, wherever that you can, and we'll try find that for you so that you guys can see it. In a way, we're keeping ourselves busy out here as well.
Yeah, I mean, but today we had some rain on the reserve as well. So what's it, about 8 mils that came down today?
Yeah, in the night.
So hopefully it carries on. Look, I mean, it's not going to flood the rivers or anything, but every little bit of rain that we get really helps, and just to keep the grass growing. So yeah, it was a good day today. Nice bit of rain. So yeah, it's been good.
Also, something that people have been busy with on the reserve, more behind the scenes, as the Amakhala Foundation has been quite busy during this time as well, trying to help the communities around here, and they've been making face masks for them for when they're able to go to town again for shopping and just for they're around people. And they've been making I think it's about 100 a week, and they've also been making education packs for the kids in the community. I mean, there's kids from 3 years old all the way to matric, so they've been making education packs to help them through this time as well, to keep the community on the go as well.
Yeah, the foundation is like Brad says, it's a big help on the reserve side of things, where they support not only the community and stuff, but also conservation and the reserve wherever they can. So it's really important having them on board with us and the support they give us from their side. It's really important, and building the relationships with the community from the reserve on an educational basis as well. So the reserve also won't be what it is without the foundation next to us. So we can also say thanks to them a lot as for helping us, and it's just through them we get a lot of support from people. They put their donations through to the foundation, which comes to us when needed, or wherever the guys like their donations to go to, for any big projects that we might have. Are there questions for us?
No. People talking on Facebook.
So, look, I mean, there's only so much we can really talk into about these things. Like I mentioned earlier on, during the lockdown, we can get to work that we don't often get to. Fixing the smaller things. We've always just got to do a patch job and move to the next big job to get things done because of timeline and stuff. But we've really used this time to actually get to the smaller little things and deal with them properly. On the other side of the thing, we don't get to do any big projects now. It's all been put on a hold purely because of tourism that has been held down. So, we're on budget constraints and stuff. But I mean, so big projects we just can't deal with, but we also try and make sure when tourism comes back that everything is as normal as it was. And like I said, with all these babies that have been born, I think they don't know what's going on. They're just carrying on as normal. So it's a good thing when people come back, they can have a good time.
All the animals that we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, they all just seem to be carrying on as normal. It's like nothing's affected them. They just, in the beginning it was a big question, is their behavior maybe going to change? Are they going to react differently? But they seem to be going on exactly how they used to. Also, with all the spare time that everyone's got at the moment, a good thing that I've seen a lot of our guides have been doing is also trying to better themselves on the guiding side with us. They've been trying to better qualifications. They've been trying to just improve their overall general knowledge as well, to give you all a better experience when you guys are able to come back to us here one day and see us again.
I just see a couple of questions coming through. I had to work on my phone, so we'll just cast our eyes to the side just so we can just answer some of the questions. And Brad, I think you can answer the. Have you noticed any change of bird life during the lockdown with no game drives and minimal activities?
No, bird life doesn't seem to have changed. Everything seems to be going pretty much how it normally was. No, not much of a big difference in the bird life that we've really seen. They're still sticking around. We've been seeing a good couple of black storks, so we saw some more today, which is quite nice. You don't see them too regularly. So there's been one or two different ones, but it seems to be good.
I think Graham would. Any plans for attracting guests back to the reserve after lockdown? Well, hopefully those babies that I mentioned is going to attract a few people back. Look, we've got ideas, and the marketing side of Amakhala is really great, and they've definitely got some things up their sleeve to attract them back. We didn't try our best not to cancel any bookings that were in for lodges and stuff where they've all provisionally rebooked their stuff. So we're hoping that those guests just don't cancel, because as soon as that ban's lifted, things are open. But definitely we'll be adding in different things probably to attract it again while they slowly lift the lockdown. There are definitely plans coming up soon on how we will attract those guests pretty back quickly. But I'm hoping that the people that are out there either being here or are coming, just to let you know, nothing's changed. It's only gotten better.
Well, the digital safaris is a question there from Debbie. It's my sister. To see if they're going to be coming on Facebook as well. We'll see what we can do and try get some on there.